According to our textbook, An Introduction to Intercultural Communication by Jant, intercultural communication is communication between people and groups of diverse culture, subculture, or subgroup identifications. This picture shows all of our shoeboxes that we made after meeting with our IPP partners throughout this semester, and it really reflects the different cultures and different perspectives that these students have. I thought it was really interesting. We got to learn about a bunch of different countries, different cultures, and meet with these people who have English as their second language. It's really tough for these students to adjust to going to West Valley because they have very limited English skills and don't really know how to assimilate to our culture yet.
The veterans' flags show nationalism because we are highlighting what our veterans have done for our country. Looking at the American flag at West Valley each day shows our pride towards our country. It also reflects the patriotism towards the United States.
On our journey across campus, we made new discoveries. In the counseling center, we spoke with Wanda, who works for the International Student Services, and she informed us about West Valley's study abroad program that travels to Prague. Wanda only deals with international students. Her job also includes traveling all over the world to recruit students to attend West Valley here in America.
In the book, Nonverbal Communication in Human Interaction, they tell us that verbal messages are meaningless unless someone is there to interpret them. Nonverbal communication is no different. The process of receiving nonverbal messages, including our own, includes giving meaning to or interpreting those messages. This ties back to the art gallery that we saw here at West Valley by the Campus Center because the art is being used to communicate emotion or a message from the artist or photographer to the viewer.
So this picture here shows students in the Campus Center playing video games, and what people don't realize is how expensive video games are. When people think of materialism, they don't really point to video games right away. What I found interesting is that according to Boscagli's Journal of Modern Literature, it talks about how new materialism has emerged across various disciplines. So nowadays it's not just about the shoes or the cars or anything, but even things such as video games are being materialized across our different cultures.
On campus, we have a bulletin board that keeps everyone informed. For example, this picture contains posters about how to make money, the play Enchanted April, a looking for a roommate sign, and a calm night poster.
I really like this photo we have here of all the different posters of concerts that were in the music room, because they not only focused on concerts here in America, across the United States, but there were several from like Italy and from Latin American cultures, and I thought that it was really cool and interesting that across different time periods and different cultures, they still had these up on campus in the music room.
Here at West Valley, healthcare is equally available to all students. We also accommodate students with disabilities with the ramps and rails on stairways at almost every building, and buttons like this one in this picture that automatically open the doors.
At West Valley, we have a theater program that has been used to bring all cultures together. For example, in my theater class, we have 7 different cultures. We have people of Portuguese descent, Latino descent, and Indian descent. Theater as well allows people to share a story with each other and with the audience. Cultures across the world can appreciate theater. You can still understand stories even if there are language barriers. For example, theater started in Greece and now has been diffused into other countries like America, United Kingdom, and other countries.
These flyers and pamphlets at Student Health Services are free and discreet for students to take. They cover topics such as relationship advice, alcohol and narcotic issues, and information on how to schedule a confidential appointment with one of our 4 mental health interns, Dr. Forrest or Karen, our campus chaplain.
These are just some more examples of the flyers and handouts we have to offer here at West Valley in the Health Campus Center. This ties in showing intercultural and interpersonal communication by showing the pamphlet on relationships and how they can be solved and fixed.
This is another picture of the art gallery that we found in the campus center. This picture in particular shows an image of Italy, and this gallery shows interpersonal and intercultural communication by the images and the photography displayed around the room.
This picture shows a banner on campus about our student government, also known as ASG or Associated Student Government. Many of our classmates don't know how to get involved with school, and ASG is a great way to start. Everyone is welcome at the meetings. My friend Jimmy is actually the vice president, and he takes care of laws, student rules, and regulations.
Here at West Valley, we have many multicultural events that go on throughout the year and throughout the semesters. An example you will later see is one going on during Cesar Chavez Day, where we had many people dancing, and we will later explain more on it. But besides that, there are many multicultural events that go on campus, and we celebrate all walks of life.
This photo here shows different images, such as the Colosseum, and different pictures talking about different religions, and there's even an international map here. I think this is really cool and shows different cultures. Obviously, it shows different places around the world, but it also gets students talking. I know when we saw this group in particular, started talking about my adventures in Italy and how amazing Italian culture is.
This is a picture that we took from the art gallery. This picture is a picture of an apartment or a condo that looks like it is in Italy, and I chose this picture because it shows intercultural communication, because it shows someone's house, and this relates back, and it shows and it views all parts around the world and how everyone comes from different backgrounds like Italy.
Vita Tranquilla is Italian, and when you translate it into English, it means quiet life.
West Valley is just the second school to work with the Shanghai Normal University, and we're the second foreign language school to be affiliated with it. I think this shows intercultural communication because it shows how we can connect with other countries for educational purposes.
This picture shows the international students attending West Valley last fall by country. The largest groups are Brazilian, Korean, and Vietnamese people.
During our conversations with Wanda, we were shown the statistics of international students for fall of 2016 here at West Valley. Many of them happen to be our IPP partners. As you can see, 65 students from 24 countries are shown. 16 of them were scouted for sports such as swimming and water polo. The highest international countries shown are Brazil, Korea, and Vietnam.
These two amazing women work at our health services. Heather is a nurse and Darlene is the secretary. They were more than happy to speak to us about their services. The health service is open to everyone on campus. They even told us that if a student is interested in the medical field, they can intern at West Valley's Health Center at the front desk. This picture shows some items accessible to students on campus. These items are completely free, and the free items range from Advil to condoms. If you have a headache or if your foot hurts, these nurses are here to help free of charge.
Okay, so the last two videos that you just saw were of Jade spinning the wheel, the Day of the Wellness Center activity, and then you also saw me doing push-ups, which was also one of the activities given. All the activities that they showed during that day showed both mental and physical ways that we can improve ourselves, and how it's open for everyone of every race, every gender, and interpersonal. It can be one-on-one, it can be for everyone, it can be group activities such as clubs and activities, whereas mental stuff, just writing down thoughts about how your day went and how to improve your mental health as well.
We just showed a clip of backpacks all over the lawn. This was for an event called Send Silence Packing, where there were 1,100 backpacks donated through the Send Silence Packing Foundation. Each one was representative of somebody in the United States who had committed suicide in the last year. People had donated backpacks to supply the foundation and raise awareness for suicide in colleges. I walked into the campus center on Cesar Chavez Day to see traditional Mexican song and dance being performed. This is a form of nonverbal communication by expressing themselves through song and dance. It is also intercultural communication by taking traditional Mexican music and song and dancing and performing it here in the US.
America, GMC, Volvo right here, we have Sweden. This beautiful Infinity right over here, that's Japan. And then right over here, this Volkswagen is from Germany. As you can tell, we have cars from all different countries right here in the USA on our campus, West Valley.
So that guy in the video kind of perfectly said what we were talking about and how those cars have to do with intercultural communication, but what they also have to deal with is materialism, which we learned a little bit about in class. And the textbook and Jan himself defines materialism as an emphasis on material objects, needs, and considerations over spiritual values. So, for example, this would be cars, because people, no matter what they're driving, it's kind of showing their social status. People like buying Beamers, Benzes, stuff like that, kind of flex on their friends and everything like that. So it definitely reflects materialism, and I think a perfect example of not just intercultural communication, but also materialism would be cars.
There you go. Have a good day. You too.
So we chose to incorporate a video of me walking around and high-fiving people because this portrays nonverbal communication on campus, and Jant defines nonverbal communication as actions and attributes with a socially shared meaning intentionally sent and received. So instead of me just walking up to some random person saying, "Hi, how are you?" some dude just walking across campus threw my hand up, gave me a sweet high five, and hopefully I made his day.
So today at school, I was walking through the halls, and then this guy opened the door for me. It was really nice of him.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That never happens anymore. Rarely see it.
I'm so grateful that he did that.
This shows interpersonal communication by expressing feelings and emotion